So as I went to use the bathroom, they were playing, the woman, that she's an African woman, she was playing Christian song. I was coming in front of my door saying Jesus and was singing. And she told me to hurry up that she wants to clean. And then I went and confronted her after, like, you still need me to hurry up? And she denied it. So I don't know why I'm the only one being harassed. They always call the police on me everywhere, but they let the other people hang out the ferry, this time for Manhattan Terminal. And this our Shapton also, it was saying some days ago, it was saying, some of you that like to talk too much, his church will be shutting. He said his church is going to shut us up. As I was being attacked at the Penn Station bathroom on Sunday, say don't talk too much, or it's church food, you know. And since then, a lot of time when I try to complain about this Al Sharpton on Instagram to people that I'm being harassed by this Al Sharpton and Eric Adams, they're both black Americans. Their family friend Eric Garner was trying to help me stand on after the police took my home, and the police trying to took that Eric Garner dead. And they've since got money for the Eric Garner family, like $5.9 million, and I'm still out on the street. They're supposed to put me in a hotel room. The city of New York refused to help me. You know, so they harassed me. I have diarrhea. I was spending some time to use the bathroom in this place. They will be playing loud Christian music, just to distract me. They have the police standing near the door of the bathroom. I have diarrhea. So just to get me to mess up my pants. I don't see them harassing of these people. They be treating me like I'm just a vagrant. When they allow other people to hang out. You know. So as I went into the bathroom today, they started harassing. As soon as I got there, that woman told me she's cleaning, and I need to hurry up. You know. You know. So I went and confronted her, like, okay, do you still need me to hurry up? And she pretended like she doesn't remember what she had told me earlier. And she was playing Christian music class. So I'm going to play the video. So yeah, I have the earphone on. Let me turn the earphone. Ah, you know. So they're playing on my intelligence, and and make me, they misdiagnosed me as delusional. Because when I first got to America with my mother in 2000, I'm cross-eyed, but it's not really, it doesn't show very well. So me and my mother took me to a doctor, and the doctor said, she can't really see that I'm cross-eyed, but and she said, I'm just worried about being cross-eyed. So it's not really, she can't really see. She's a psychiatrist, she's a Russian psychiatrist. So I think she must have misdiagnosed me as delusional, as worrying about a health condition I didn't have. So I went to the SUNY College of Optometry in 42nd Street, and then the neuro-ophthalmologist that said I do have strabismus, but it's intermittent. It goes on and off, and he gave me exercise and said I was going to do surgery. So I guess they've got that diagnosis from the doctor on Staten Island, and they believe they can kill me, and they'll get away with it. So since then, after my mother's daughters killed my mother, framed mental illness when I killed her, Bolali and Flora, those daughters also, I think my mother told them that the doctor misdiagnosed me as delusional, and then my mother took me to Pennsylvania. After that, tricked me to come to Pennsylvania with her, and one of the daughters hit me with a car in 2001 Flora. As soon as I got to Pennsylvania, my mother said that, because back then, we were staying on Staten Island, but the landlord took our home, so I was having an immigration case also. So my mother was just fed up, so we were staying in a hotel, Richmond Hotel, across the boat here on Staten Island. This is the Manhattan Terminal. So my mother was tired of paying hotel bills, so she tricked me to say I should follow her to Pennsylvania, that she has something to go do there real quick. She was going there to get some document. I didn't want to go with her because her daughters are very violent, and she told me she should come with her. So I went with her, and as soon as we got to Pennsylvania, she was getting into Florida's car to come back to New York. So I got into Florida's car, so that wanted me to get out and knock me with the car, in front of 636 Industry Street. Then the other daughter, Bolali, called the police on me, said I had a weapon. And the police took me over to the psych ward, Mercy Hospital, and told them I've been diagnosed with delusional disorder, and I had a weapon, and I was, trying to attack them with a weapon. So I was put in the psychiatric ward, Mercy Hospital, and they were giving me medication and stuff. So I told them I have to come back to New York because I have a court date. So they told me your mother's daughter said, you don't have any court dates. You're just thinking about, you're just imagining you have a court date. So your immigration status is fine. You don't have any court date. I said, no, I do have a court hearing. Here at Federal Plaza, a few blocks down here. Manhattan. And they wouldn't believe me, so I called my lawyer, Ralph DiPietro, and he called the hospital. He spoke with the hospital, Mercy Hospital, Psychiatric Hospital in downtown Pittsburgh. I think it's on Liberty Avenue. And when they now found out that, I was just being framed up as crazy, so the hospital released me and they apologized, but they never arrested my mother's daughters. That was in 2001. 14 years later, my mother's daughter did it to my mother also. Framed as crazy. God had killed. My mother was so angry and she died in Bellevue Hospital. So I believe, due to my immigration surveillance, because anytime the immigration arrests you, they put you on surveillance, the FBI surveillance. So the city Eric Adam, he works with he's been a police officer since 1980s, so he has connection in the FBI. So after his family friend Eric Garner was helping him in 2014, because the police took my home, around that time on Staten Island wrongfully, me and my mother's home. So Eric Garner was helping us. So the police went and took Eric Garner dead. So this Eric Adam has been a police officer since 1980, so he was investigating the stuff. So now I think he must have found out that it was me they were trying to hurt my case, and they must have killed that Eric Garner, because that Eric Garner was going to be helping me with my case. So this Eric Adam was very influential to marching for Eric Garner and getting his family $5.9 million. And then he became mayor and he's been trying to get me killed. And he brought back the aggressive police that killed Eric Garner. Another mayor, de Blasio, banned them. They called them quality of life policing, and he brought them back on July 20. I'm born in July. They killed Eric Garner in July, close to my birthday. So he brought them in July 2.0. So like he wants them to kill me. And since then, they always try to attack me in the bathroom here. So they planted an African woman here to be calling the police on me. Anytime I'm using the bathroom, she'll act like she wants to clean. And I have diarrhea to set up, me to be afraid and stuff. So you have to hurry, have to clean. So as soon as I go to the bathroom, she was playing a Christian song again, and she told me she wants to clean. I have to hurry up. So I went to the bathroom. I didn't know what to say. So I came out quickly, and I told her, look, if you want to clean, go ahead and clean. And she's like, it's okay, I don't need to clean. Take your time. So she was lying. So she made me hurry up at the bathroom for nothing. She didn't want to clean. The bathroom was already clean, but she was acting like she was cleaning as soon as I got there. And she was playing Christian song, and sometimes she would come in front of my door in the bathroom and be saying Jesus, Jesus. And they were playing the Nigerian song. I don't think she's Nigerian because she doesn't even speak English, but they were saying Chinedu, that's a Nigerian word for God in Igbo, and it was saying, so they were mocking me. And this our Shapton also is close with the Eric Garner family. I think he also wants me to be killed with the Eric Adams, because there's some Black Americans hate Africans, and I guess they're just jealous if I'm alive, and the whole truth came out with all the evidence. I'm going to get it, and they're afraid I'm going to get a lot of money, so they rather want me dead. And also they believe, because at the time they were doing their case in court, I called the Eric Garner's family lawyer, and he hung up the phone on me. I was saying I wanted to testify, so they're afraid that they could go to prison, plus their lawyer, that they obstructed me from getting justice also. Because Eric Garner was helping me in my court case against the police. I was suing the police there for $10 million. And the police went and killed them. And since then, my case has been dismissed because I wasn't able to go to court. I don't have a lawyer. So they're afraid that my mother got killed also because she was homeless and her daughter set her up, got her killed. Framed mental illness on her also. So they say, this is a very powerful weapon to use someone to kill somebody. You can just frame them up as crazy. So I went to a Russian doctor. I don't even think that doctor speaks English really good. I told her I have an eye problem. My eyes always cross sometimes. And she said, I don't think your eyes cross. I think you just imagine it. And she must have misdiagnosed me as delusional. So I went to another doctor after that. She was in around 2001. I went to that doctor on Staten Island. She was like, she was from Europe. She spoke Russian. I think she's Russian because of her accent. I don't think she speaks English that good. So but she was working as a medical doctor, so she must have misdiagnosed me. Maybe she misunderstood what I was saying. I don't know why she misdiagnosed me. So I went to another doctor, SUNY, State University of New York, School of Optometry. I spoke with the neuro-ophthalmologist there, and he used a form of a microscope to examine my eye, and he saw, that my eye always, goes out of focus. So I said I have what is called intermittent strabismus. And I said that, he gave me eye exercise to do. I said, you would have to do surgery to, because sometimes my eye goes out of focus. He said, you have to do surgery, to help me correct it. So he said I'm not crazy or anything, and he put in my medical report. Say I interviewed this person. I was a male then. Say I interviewed this gentleman from Nigeria, and I see that this person is mentally normal. Their memory is okay. They have intermittent strabismus. I'm not a woman, So then they believe that false diagnosis. They can use it to kill me and claim, that person was delusional. So, so anytime they see me, they try to harass me in the bathroom, make me defecate in my pants. At this, I record them, said the police should be watching out for anyone that looks dirty and homeless or, is angry. They should lock the person up in psychiatric ward. So at the last time I came in yesterday or so, a black American was shot in Denver, Colorado. A black American male was killed there, Elijah McClain. He was coming home from work and the police said, somebody said he was crazy. And he told them it wasn't crazy. They said he was wearing multiple jackets. I wear multiple jackets. He said, he has anemia. That was why it was a November day. So the police choked him dead. And they have their police always bother me. When I always beg for money in front of the MTN police. Yeah, and the police said, get out of here. I said, and they have no right to be chasing me everywhere, so they don't let me stay anywhere. Only the Americans can stay anywhere they want. They can sleep anywhere, sit anywhere. The police cameras watching them. They're under protection. They're safe. But me as an African, I said, get out of here. I can't stand, I can't sleep, I can't sit. So their police job is to get me killed under this Ricardo. This is some black Americans told me, we're going to start killing you Africans. You think you can come here and get money, after you sold us in slavery. On Fulton and Franklin, near the Chinese restaurant there, a couple of years ago. After my mother was killed, I was suing for money. So they have a black American gang, and they're employing Africans also, to taunt me. So in Penn Station, so a couple of days ago, I was trying to use the bathroom there, and they brought this Spanish woman. She was banging on the door. Said, I said, what are you saying, miss? I don't know who you are. Stop talking like a monkey to me. And then she went and called the police. Apparently she was the janitor. She was either pretending to be deaf and dumb or whether she was deaf and dumb, and she was talking like a monkey to me. I was saying, and the police said that she means she wants to close the bathroom. I'm like, she was just saying, and she was banging on the, and the police said, get out of here. That's her way of saying she wants you, or, she wants everybody to leave the bathroom, because there was other people in the bathroom also. So I said, this is not right. I need a police report. This is sexual harassment. Why would you be abusing a disabled person? Why would you choose someone that doesn't speak English to be, and is maybe deaf and dumb, or maybe pretending to be deaf and dumb, to be talking to you like a monkey? And the police started following me outside the train, the Penn Station. So as I was charging my phone to upload the video of the incident at Penn Station a couple of days ago on Sunday, I believe, today is what's today's date again? Today's November 7th, so Sunday would be November 2nd, 2025, around 8 a.m. And as I was going to the Penn Station on that Sunday, a guy appeared to be African also came and sat in front of me on the 2 train and was grabbing his penis. And before I could get off the train, quickly went and opened the door for me. And as soon as I got to the bathroom, a white woman was heckling me and was saying, you think you're special, you think you're special. And then this Spanish woman came. I was like, talking like a monkey to me. I said, what are you saying, miss? I can't understand your monkey language. And then the police came and said, means get out of here. I said, don't talk to me like I'm a monkey. I said, you're going to get out of here. And they followed me outside for like 2 blocks and was, I'm like, and they kept coming around me, those police, like they were trying to get me angry to kill me. So I was trying to, and there was a black American woman in the bathroom also. So I was telling her, you heard everything that was happening? She was like, yeah, she heard everything that was happening. I said, what's your name, miss? She said, her name is Miss Jackson. I said, please, I need you to, I need your information, like your email, because I want to take this matter to court. She was like, no, she doesn't want to get involved in any court process. I'm like, you can't obstruct justice, you're a witness. She said, those police are always like that. I said, no, that's not right. She said she doesn't want to get involved. Her name is Miss Jackson. I believe they planted that, this Ricardo Manashati planted that woman, hoping I'll get killed, and then she as a black American woman will fool the jury and tell them that, I started the fight, was the problem, and the jury would dismiss the case. And then they would have killed me. So now they planted another a woman, a black woman, because they saw my mother's daughters are women, biological women. They were able to kill my mother, almost got me killed in Pittsburgh. So they believe, why a black woman will be able to kill me better. So they're planting black women around me to attack me anywhere I go and to call the police on me. And even Spanish women. So this is kind of they're engaging, and our shops are engaging in like a genocide against Africans. And while I was trying to upload the video, That Shafton was talking on his radio show. It was now like 9 a.m. He has a radio show on that Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, on WBLS 107.5. So I was listening to the radio show, you know, with my radio. I have a Walkman, I have an earphone. I was listening to the radio show, and it was saying keep moving. I was talking about keep moving. I would say Queens, because I normally go to another train. There's a train I normally take to Queens. So they didn't want to be around that area to upload the video, so that it would look like I wasn't even in that area. That video was fake. I always try to upload video at the crime scene. Like I'm still standing here uploading video of I was being harassed when I try to use the bathroom mirror. So, and then this house shouting anytime I go to that train station, they'll try to kill me. And this house shouting, especially on Sunday, and like a kind of a religious type of abuse. And this house shouting was saying, some of you like to talk too much. He said his congregation will shut some of us up that like to talk too much. And then this African woman was playing church song and was saying Jesus, Jesus, in front of me. No, while she was in the bathroom, I couldn't even use the bathroom anymore, because she was distracting me. And I noticed there's another area of Brooklyn I go to on 86th Street and 4th Avenue. And lately, some Arab kids will be following me around and be calling me Savior, Savior. They'll be laughing at her. So I believe this Al Sharpton and Eric Adams and some black Americans have told me in the past. I believe they want the police to kill me like Diallo, so that they will hope, this will now, by killing me, the whole world can now march against the police, not just the whole world doesn't have to wait till the police kills black Americans. And if they believe if the police kills me, then they can just say I'm a crazy person, and instead of helping me, the police killed me, and help protect the black American people that are crazy. So they will now say they want to reform the police. Now the police shouldn't use force anymore, because a lot of black Americans are diagnosed as crazy, and the police always kills them a lot. So they want me to be, so that's what they were trying to use me for, and also to protect their own record. Their Ghana family, they got money, and their lawyer blocked me from getting justice also. So this is so they believe if I'm dead, there'll be nobody to testify on my behalf. My mother's daughters are compromised. I killed my mother already, and they're already compromised, so they won't even be able to get justice for me. Neither would I want them to represent me for anything, because my mother said they're moving with a black American gang, and they are, that's into like killing people for money. And until they killed my mother for money, while my mother was suing the NYPD for taking her home, and they wanted to take over the lawsuit, and they believe, after they killed my mother, I would also die, because I'm a transsexual, and I've had a problem with immigration until I finally got my green card in 2008. So it's been very difficult for me life in the United States. So my mother was always the one supporting me. So this is the video of the African woman that was playing Christian song and was just menacing me in the bathroom here, telling me to leave them. When I confronted her about it, she was like, I didn't tell you to leave, stay, after she had told me to hurry up and leave. And after I left, I told her, okay, if you want to go and clean the bathroom, go and clean the bathroom now. And she was like, no, I didn't tell you to hurry up and leave. So they're just trying to play me like crazy, Excuse me, do you still need me to hurry up out of the bathroom so you can clean it? I said, you told me to hurry up, right? No, I shouldn't hurry up no more? Oh, she told me to hurry up. So that's her playing songs in the background. At one point, she moved that mop in front of my door. That's the stall I was using. She moved a mop and was singing Jesus, Chinedu, and she was saying Jesus, Jesus. So it's like they said, it's like they're just trying to get me angry. And a prophet in Nigeria before my mother died, he said God, a prophet called Prophet Joshua said, anything you want to do, he said God told him, anything you want to do it early in the morning, it's going to be successful. And my mother's daughters killed my mother early in the morning on May 20, 2015. So since they always try to attack me early in the morning, this attack occurred around 5:09 a.m. November 7, 2025. And she was coming in front of my door, taunting me, I was saying the word Jesus, and she locked up the extras. This door has extra bathrooms. Normally, if they're going to clean one bathroom, they will, they will have this one open so that you can be using it without interference. But she was just trying to provoke me. She locked the extra bathrooms up, and as I was using the one that was open, and they put their hours. I guess to remind people, sometimes they call the police and say I've been in the bathroom for hours, which is a lie. If you have diarrhea, and so, and it shouldn't even be taunting me. You know, as I was using the bathroom, she was bringing the mop in front of my door. I was saying Jesus, Jesus, yeah. So I was going to play. You know, she would bring the mop in front of my door. I'm trying to find that video. I'm trying to look it. So I'm using the bathroom. She was bringing the mop in front of my door. It does was me using the bathroom. It's kind of graphic. So this was she was bringing them up in front of my door and was telling me to hurry up and leave. And she kept doing that just to distract me from using the bathroom, so as to get me to not be able to fully use the bathroom and to defecate for myself later, so the police can arrest me as a crazy person messing up my pen. She was distracting me. This was me in the store, and she kept, banging on my door with the mop and stuff. So I won't be able to fully eliminate. So the police can arrest me if I mess up my pants. I'm a dirty person, crazy dirty. And she kept doing that and doing that. You know. And she kept doing that. Bringing the mop in, by my door. And was singing that song. That's her singing. And it's against the law to be playing loud music like that, But I'm the only one that they enforce laws against. People can sleep on the floor dirty. She was singing and was distracting me. She would be dancing and saying Jesus, Jesus. So please, in case I'm killed, only civil rights activists like me should represent me, provided they haven't denied me up in the past, and get justice for me and my dead mother, and give the rest of my asset out to charity for those suffering xenophobia like me and my dead mother, and those being deported by Trump should prioritize. I'm nobody. Please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. I'm not looking to be anybody's surrogate. I'm not looking to get married to anyone. So I believe some people believe they can profit off of me being killed. They say once you die, people can lie and claim you order them to create babies for you or whatever. I didn't hire nobody to create babies for me. And nobody should make a movie about me if I'm not allowed to participate in that movie. Because I'm very particular about my image and I'm very introverted. I told the U.S. immigration in 2000. I don't like people really, focusing on my life, And if there's ever going to be a movie, I have to be alive to participate in that movie. My immigration file number is 7795463. So I still feel like using the bathroom. I'm still hanging out here. So this is what's going on. They're harassing me like crazy.